want to know, and we want to know, how is a morning in the life of Tiffany?
Sundays, I actually like oatmeal too. Some days I wake up and I do fasted cardio. So I do like 20 minutes of fasted cardio. And then usually I will eat breakfast right after that. And usually it consists of like oatmeal and some blueberries, yogurt. And then I head off to training or I go lift.
Okay. Oh la la.
Yes.
Okay, I need a few seconds just to translate to the people. Is that okay for you?
Yeah, no problem.
Perfect. A ver, pues ya saben que a nosotros nos encanta platicar acerca de las mañanas y le pregunté que cómo es una mañana en la vida de Tiffany y ella me dijo, bueno, pues a mí me encanta despertarme, hacer 20 minutitos de cardio, después de ahí me echo una avenita que con las blueberries, que son moras azules, y bueno, básicamente eso es. And I want to know, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food. Oh, that's hard. I love a good burger and French fries. Or I also really enjoy pickles. I know it's really random, but I love pickles.
Really? Me too. Me too.
Really?
I really love, yeah, really. You have no idea. Mustard and those kind of like strong flavors, I love them.
Yes. And it's 0 calories.
Yes, exactly. That's why. A ver, pues ahorita estábamos hablando de su comida favorita, ¿cuál era? Ella se fue con todo, yo le iba a preguntar acerca de las cheat meals, pero ella me dijo, me encantan las hamburguesas con papas fritas, o sea, con papas a la francesa, y le encantan también los pepinillos. A mí también me gustan, y dice, ¿por qué 0 calorías? And do you have any dessert of your preference?
Do I have what?
Dessert? Sweet?
Dessert. I don't know. I like ice cream. I like brownies and ice cream together. I love that sort of stuff. Cookies and ice cream. Basically anything with ice cream.
Ok, perfecto. Pues ella me está diciendo que lo que más le gusta como de los dulces, le encantan los helados y le gusta también muchísimo los brownies. But I think you should, how many hours do you spend in the gym? Like training?
My lift usually is about an hour, and sometimes I'll do cardio after, so sometimes I'm in the gym for like 2 hours.
Wow, that's why you have that body. Okay, bueno, pues hace aproximadamente como, yes, we can tell that, really, great body.
Thank you.
Maybe later you can share with me some like abs routine or something, because your abs. Okay. Muy bien. Perfecto, pues entrena más o menos como 2 horas, por eso tiene ese cuerpo power. Okay? Muy bien. So, now let's talk about your amazing and sporty past.
Okay.
So, in 2016, you were part of the gymnastic US national team, and I think it's one of the biggest dreams of any girl. So, tell us, how was the beginning and who pushed you to accomplish this amazing goal?
So I started gymnastics when I was around 9 years old, and then I kind of just fell in love with it. And I always wanted to go to the Olympics, and I always just like had big dreams of going to the World Championship. And so I worked very hard for like a good 5 years, and eventually, like obviously I went through some injuries and stuff, and I got sick of it, and then I would fall back in love with it. But it took me a long time to make the national team, and then when I did, I actually broke my foot, and then I couldn't compete for a little bit. So yeah, that's a little bit.
Okay. A ver, pues ahorita le pregunté acerca de, no sé si ustedes lo sabían, pero en el 2006 pues ella fue parte del equipo de gimnastas nacional de Estados Unidos. Y yo le dije, bueno, es que esto, al menos para mí cuando era niña, que yo también era gimnasta, yo quería ser parte de algo así tan grande. ¿Cómo fue? Y me dijo, yo empecé a entrenar desde los 9 años Y ya saben de que esto, pues cuando entrenas algo muy duro, pues te lastimas, te lesionas y todo eso, pero después lo hizo y por eso está ahora, o sea, por eso completó esta gran meta. So I think it's very hard to prepare yourself to be in the major leagues. So I want to know, how is the preparation in mixed martial arts, bodybuilder, and gymnast?
How do I prep for that?
Yes.
Well, for bodybuilding, actually, it takes like 20 weeks to prep for a show. Usually around like the 20-week mark is when you start dieting and you start like cutting out your carbs and your calories and stuff, and then like 10 weeks out you get even lower, and then like 2 weeks out you almost have no carbs, and then that's kind of when you start like getting ready for the show and you start taking away water and stuff, and yeah.
Wow. Okay. Sounds really hard.
Yes, it's very hard, very mentally hard.
Yes, exactly. A ver, pues le estaba preguntando ahorita acerca de cómo es la preparación para estar como en las grandes ligas, ¿no? Esta cuestión de el físico-constructivismo, me parece que se llama acá. Y me dijo, bueno, son 20 semanas, 4 meses, que te vas preparando poco a poco, semana con semana, para lograrlo. O sea, y hasta el momento en el que primero dejas las calorías, los carbohidratos, hasta dejar el agua casi por completo las últimas semanas. Okay, now let's talk about WWE. So I want to start talking about your debut in WWE. How was the moment when you realized that you will be part of the company?
How was the moment?
Yeah.
So I had my tryout for WWE back in last May, and I didn't really hear anything for a couple of weeks, and then I got the email about a month after my tryout, and it was over Zoom, and I was very happy. It was a very good moment.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
Pues en mayo ella hizo como su tryout y no escuchó nada hasta que de repente una llamada le dio la sorpresota, toda la sorpresa que seguramente muchos de ustedes ahí en casita quisieran tener, pues ella la tuvo y dijo, ¡vámonos! And how do you feel now in NXT?
I feel very good. I did not expect for me to be put on TV so quickly. I started at the PC at the end of August, like the beginning of September, and I debuted in the middle of December, and I did not expect that to happen. So I am very blessed, and I feel very fortunate that I was able to debut so quickly with only being at the PC for a couple of months.
Wow, that's why. I mean, you're really, really talented, so that's why you're
Thank
here,
you.
and it was so fast. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Pues le pregunté que cómo se siente ahora en NXT y me dijo, la verdad es que fue inesperadísimo que fuera tan rápido mi debut. O sea, básicamente de que en 2 meses, más o menos, ella desde que entró, ¡pum!, se fue para arriba. Y bueno, pues es que es una chica, lo sabemos, súper talentosa. So in 2022, you were part of the Women's Breakout Tournament semifinalists, and you had a match with Fallon Henley after Nikita Lyons was ruled ineligible. So I want to know, how was it?
That match, I feel like with Fallon, I really feel like it was one of my breakout matches. I feel like I showcased a lot of my talents and a lot of what I can bring to the table in that match, and I really feel like that match was something that really helped my career. So I feel very good about that match. One of my favorites.
Perfecto. Bueno, pues el match que tuvo con Fallon me dijo que ha sido uno de los matches donde ella sintió que la rompió toda y básicamente ha sido uno de sus matches favoritos. Now, in NXT Great American Bash, you were putting on makeup and Chu surprised you. Since then, the rivalry had started. So tell us, what do you think about Wendy Chu?
What do I think about Wendy Chu? I think she's kind of annoying. She does not leave people alone. She's always interrupting matches. She's throwing stuff in my face. She's throwing powder in my face during makeup. She's just annoying. That's what I think.
Bueno, pues que Chu es muy molesta, que no deja a la gente en paz, no deja que uno haga sus cosas en paz, así que para ella es muy molesta. So, I want to know now, what do you call yourself the buff Barbie doll, and where did the idea came from?
Okay, so a little over a year ago when I was prepping for my bodybuilding competition, I was put on this Snapchat story. I forgot what it was called, but it was like this Snapchat story that showcased like women who worked out and just like women that were like amazing, had like amazing physiques. And one day I got put on there and they showcased a bunch of like me like flexing and me like posing and my gymnastics, and they just called me the buff Barbie doll, and it kind of stuck ever since then. So I've just been kind of going with that. I mean, I'm blonde and I'm strong, so I think it's perfect, the perfect way to describe me.
Yes, indeed. A ver, pues este apodo que tiene ella fue porque todo nació en Snapchat, que se empezó a hacer más grande la ola se hizo más grande y ella dice, bueno, y ahora que todo el mundo me dice así, pues tienen razón, porque aparte soy rubia y soy muy fuerte. Y sí, lo sabemos, entonces le queda perfecto y como anillo al dedo. And now, we're almost finishing here. How did you start with the idea of being a wrestler or superstar?
So back when I was little, my dad and we would watch WWE together, and I actually got into gymnastics because I saw like Rey Mysterio doing like all the flips and stuff, and I wanted to learn how to flip. So that's how I actually got into gymnastics. So that kind of catapulted my gymnastics career, and I didn't really think about getting into wrestling until I got a little bit older, and I didn't really know how to like get into wrestling myself. Like I would always watch it on TV. But I didn't know like if there was like a wrestling school around or if there was someone who could coach me and teach me. And my mom got in contact with Greg Gagne, and he's an old wrestler, and he agreed to like kind of look at me and see if I could do like a bump, if I could run the ropes and stuff. And we actually went to Mr. Kennedy, Ken Anderson's gym or wrestling school up in Minnesota. And he looked at me there, and then he agreed to take me on and train me. And ever since then, I have been in wrestling.
Okay, yes. Such a great story. Thank you, Rey Mysterio. Yes. Actually. A ver, pues todo comenzó, la historia de Tiffany dentro de WWE, comenzó por Rey Mysterio. O sea, ella lo dijo, yo quiero hacer eso. Y de hecho, él fue el que la inspiró para que estuviera como gimnasta. Y bueno, cosas vinieron y cosas se fueron. Y después vio que abrieron una escuela de lucha en Minnesota. Y ella dijo, ¿por qué no? Y entonces así fue como todo empezó. So, this is the last question. Sometimes it's very difficult to achieve the goals you dream of. What has been the hardest thing in your career?
I would say the hardest thing in my wrestling career has been staying confident. You know, I came into this business, I came into the PC not knowing anybody, and wrestling's kind of a weird, different business where you have to approach people and like tell them your name and stuff, and not knowing anybody, I was very not confident. So I think building your confidence will really help you in accomplishing your dreams.
Okay. Bueno, pues ahorita ella me dijo que la parte más difícil para poder cumplir todos sus sueños ha sido creer en ella misma. Porque a pesar de que ella entró, por ejemplo, a NXT y no conocía a nadie, pues es un negocio también completamente diferente. Entonces, ella lo que siempre ha luchado es por eso, por tener confianza en ella misma para lograr todo lo que ella quiere. So, now let's go for some fans questions. Are you ready? Just two.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, perfect. A ver, vamos a ver. Uh, 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 uh. Oh, a lot of, you're so beautiful. This one. Tiffany, do you have a dream opponent?
Dream opponent. I do. Charlotte Flair. I would love to have a
Charlotte
match with
Flair.
her. Yes.
Ok, bueno, pues claro que tiene un dream opponent y es Charlotte Flair. Perfecto. And this is the last one. Ta-ta-ta. Ah, this one. They should put you in Toxic Attraction with Mandy Rose. What do you think?
I think no. I want to be on my own team. I want to be on my own and by myself and show people I don't need to be put into a group in order to shine. I want to